Monday, July the 6th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Hope you had a great 4th of July holiday weekend. And we're looking at a little bit of a hotter weather week that will begin to unfold as we get deeper into this week. Couple of web cameras across North Carolina. Avalon Pier web camera on the left. Beach Mountain Parkway cam on the right, courtesy of resortcams.com. Your temperatures out there in the 70s along the Outer Banks, but how about a refreshing 59 there atop Beach Mountain there in the North Carolina mountains this morning. Had some 90s over the eastern parts of North Carolina down into portions of South Carolina yesterday, specifically in the Triad viewing area, mid to upper 80s for your Sunday afternoon, and across the Charlotte viewing area, similar, although you did see a 90-degree high in Monroe and 91 in Wadesboro. 5 o'clock hour temperatures, a lot of 70s on the board, some 60s here and there, especially in the mountains and the foothills down toward a few of the cooler Piedmont spots this morning. And as we went through the weekend, had some waves of big thunderstorms move through. There's a nice photo from Cramerton, North Carolina, there on the 4th of July, Saturday evening. One of those big areas of rain and thunderstorms moving through. And there were a lot of scenes kind of like that as we went through the course of our holiday weekend. Rain totals yesterday around the Triad viewing area, 9/10 of an inch in Reedsville, almost 3/4 of an inch of rain in Burlington, almost a ½ inch of rain there in Greensboro. Less impressive totals across the Charlotte viewing area, less than 1/10 of an inch in a number of spots, although you did get about 1/3 of an inch there in Salisbury and over 2/10 of an inch of rain in Statesville. There's the drought monitor, and you do have moderate drought conditions covering parts of North Carolina. And let's see if I can expand that view out. That extends down into portions of South Carolina and eastern Tennessee and Alabama too. Nothing horrible, but something that we need to continue to monitor, and hopefully we'll pick up a bit of a wetter pattern overall before the drought becomes more of an issue. Now, this was the radar presentation from yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening. And as we went through, say, mid and late afternoon, had a pretty decent coverage of these showers and thunderstorms rolling through. And again, that was kind of an afternoon deal that was associated with this disturbance, this area of low pressure that's been located right about there, off to the northwest of us, kind of gave us an unsettled setup at times for parts of the holiday weekend. There's your storm reports from yesterday, scattered across parts of central North Carolina, Chatham County over there to south of the Raleigh and up to parts of Virginia. Nothing overly widespread, though, in terms of those storm reports from yesterday afternoon. A couple flooding reports northwest of Columbia. And now onto the present radar, a couple showers in our foothill areas, northern foothill areas early this morning, Surry County up into parts of Virginia. But again, the disturbance that's driving the unsettled pattern is gradually now lifting away from the Carolinas. So a drier and, in time, hotter setup as we get deeper into this week. So again, there's that disturbance, that low pressure off to the northwest of us, pulling pretty quickly away. Result today, an isolated coverage of some showers and thunderstorms out there as we go through the afternoon and the evening hours, but not as widespread by a pretty wide margin as what we saw at times over the holiday weekend. There's your highs across the region today, 88 in Greensboro and Raleigh, 90 in Charlotte, 91 in Fayetteville and Columbia. Tomorrow, I think most of it's dry. Maybe 1 or 2 afternoon storms. Nothing overly widespread at all. Heat beginning to build just a bit as we get on into Wednesday. Again, a couple of late day storms, a little bit hotter in some spots there as these temperatures continue to build. And we're going to see a bit of a ridge flex its muscle here later on into the week across the southeastern part of the country. And so you look at highs here on Thursday. Again, the heat building. Here comes Friday. So the heat becomes more of an issue as we get deeper into the week. And that same basic type of pattern looks to hold through the upcoming weekend as well. All right, in the tropics, it is still quiet as can be. Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea, Atlantic Ocean, absolutely no sign of any tropical issues over the next day or two. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.